Look beyond differences. Let Pope Francis says, like the Good Samaritan, may we not be ashamed of touching the wounds of those who suffer, but try to heal them with concrete acts of love. My dear friends, a 10-year-old boy worked for a rich man. The boy was also so poor. He was from a lower caste. Because of this, his master treated him badly. He often used harsh words, but the boy bore it all. He was patient. One day, the master had a stroke. He became paralyzed. He was bedridden. Sadly, his wife and children did not help him. But the 10-year-old boy stayed. He nursed his master constantly. He fed him, bathed him, he helped him to sleep. His kindness changed the master. He realized his mistakes. He embraced the boy. He cried and apologized. He then said the boy was like his own son. He put the boy in charge of his property. Yes, my dear friends, the boy in the story became a good Samaritan by being kind and merciful towards his master. The same boy and the readings of the day challenge us to become a good Samaritan for one another. Are we ready for the same? The first reading from Deuteronomy reminds us that following God's will is not beyond our reach. God's commandments are clear and close to us. The second reading from Colossians highlights Jesus as the foundation of creation and our faith. Everything exists through Him and is united in Him. In other words, Christ is at the center. The gospel calls us to love others, especially those in need. The story of the Good Samaritan challenges us to show kindness and mercy. What's our takeaway from today's readings? First, compassion knows no boundaries. Look beyond differences. The Samaritan was an unlikely hero. His people were typically enemies of the injured man's people. Yet, he didn't care about their differences in race, religion, or social standing. He saw a person in need and acted with pure compassion. Like the Samaritan, we should not let prejudice, social groups, or past conflicts stop us from helping someone. True compassion means seeing the human being first, regardless of who they are or where they come from. We should be open to helping anyone who needs it, even those we might typically avoid or disagree with. Second, active help versus passive observation. Don't just pass by. The priest and the Levite, who were expected to be righteous, saw the suffering man but chose to walk away, avoiding him. The Samaritan, however, stopped, tended to the man's wounds, and ensured his continued care. He didn't just feel sorry, he did something more. In our lives too, it's not merely enough to feel pity or sympathy. When we see someone in trouble, whether it's a minor struggle or a major crisis, take action. Don't assume that someone else will help or that's not our problem. Be willing to get involved even if it is inconvenient or requires effort. Third, go the extra mile. Generosity and sacrifice. The Samaritan didn't just provide first aid. He put the man on his own animal, took him to an inn, paid for his stay, and promised to cover any additional costs. He went above and beyond what was expected at personal expense and inconvenience. Similarly, helping others often requires more than the bare minimum. We need to be generous with our time, resources, and effort. Don't just do what's easy or convenient, but to be prepared to make sacrifices to truly assist someone in need. This might mean spending extra time, money, or even putting our own comfort aside for the sake of the other. Are we ready to look beyond the differences, help actively, and to walk the extra mile for others? Let's ask ourselves. I would like to conclude my reflection with the words of late Pope Francis, who says, each day we have to decide whether to be good Samaritans or indifferent bystanders. Have a compassionate Sunday. Live Jesus.